customer she want to apply visa for Schengen. She have a boyfriend in Sweden. How long she can to make visa for Schengen?
สวัสดีครับ My name is Pete the visa guy. Thank you very much first of all for the question. This is a very famous questions that we get all the time here from Thailand when the Thai ladies come to our office and asking us of how long they should have their boyfriends to invite them. This is a really good question because the maximum that person can travel to the Schengen area is the maximum is 3 months, and it's all the time when their boyfriends invite them for 3 months, they get rejected. One of the reasons is because they ask for the whole 3 months. So we always explain stuff like this that we are about to explain to you now on this video. We have already made this video in Thai in our first episode, but then our clients, our Thai clients actually asking us to please make a video in English too so they can send to their man or their men in Europe so their men would understand this. That's why I'm doing this episode in English, but the content, the information is the same as the first episode that we made in Thai. So the question is, how long should European men invite their girlfriends, wife, or whatever to visit them in Europe? Well, first of all, you got to understand this, that the maximum of someone to visit their boyfriends or their girlfriends in Europe is the maximum is 3 months. But this is how the embassy see it. Not everyone, I mean, you have the right to invite them for 3 months, but not everyone deserve to get the whole 3 months of visa. Again, not everyone, but you have the right to ask for it. Again, the embassy has, or all the embassies have the right to deny what you are requesting for. It's because in your mind you are saying, I'm just going to invite my girlfriend to visit me for a small number of 3 months, but in reality, in the perspective of the embassy, you are asking the embassy for the maximum of the whole 3 months, which is a lot because it's the maximum. So in this video we are going to explain of how to calculate the numbers to invite your loved one from Thailand to visit you in Europe in order to get the visa, because if you invite your girlfriends from Thailand incorrectly or not the way that the embassy wants to see, the chance of your girlfriends in Thailand getting visa will be very slim. Well, firstly, the way to do it, firstly, you got to look at the situation regarding the COVID-19. So before the COVID-19 hits, the embassy looks at the situation this way. They look at the relationship of between you and your girlfriends. For example, let's say if you have been to Thailand before to meet with your girlfriend for 10 days twice, so that makes it 20 days, right? About 3 weeks. Then the numbers of you to invite your girlfriend to visit you in Europe is multiplied by 2. So that means you came to visit your girlfriend for 20 days in total. Then you should invite your girlfriend for 40 days, which is somewhere about a month and a half. But you can a little bit push the limit into maybe 2 months. But if you are trying to push the limit to the whole 3 months, the chance of your girlfriend getting visa is a little bit risky. It might not be granted because the times that you have met each other is a little bit less. That's the first example. The second example, well, that's how you calculate the correct way of inviting your girlfriends from Thailand. I'll give you another example. Let's say you have been to Thailand one time for a whole month, and you think that, hey, Pete, the visa guy said that if I have been to Thailand for 1 month, then I can invite my girlfriend to visit me, multiply by 2, which is 2 months. It also depends on some situation. So I'm going to give you the second example. It works like this. Let's say you were in Thailand for 1 whole month, but unfortunately you just met your girlfriend 3 to 4 days before you depart from Thailand back to Europe. That means your relationship with your girlfriend is only 3 to 4 days. Regardless, you went back to wherever you are in Europe for 3 months. Doesn't mean that you are together for 3 months, because the embassy is how do you say, like old-fashioned. They only count the period of time where you two actually spend time together. But that means with this second example, that means you two are only together for 3 or 4 days, not the whole month that you were in Thailand, because the first maybe 28 or 27 days you didn't get to meet your girlfriend just yet. So if you met your girlfriend for 3 or 4 days, the chance of you getting, the chance of your girlfriend getting the visa for 1 whole month is very risky. So 3 to 4 days multiplied by 2, that's probably about a week or a week and a half. That's the maximum that your girlfriend should request for the visa, or that's what you should write in your invitation letter. Now, let's see another example. You see lately the embassy have been seeing a couple that met each other through the dating website. For example, like ThaiFriendly.com or ThaiLoveLink.com or ThaiCupid.com. They met each other online, and they have been talking to each other every single day for maybe months or even a year or 2. But the reality is they only met each other online like this. They don't get to meet each other in person just yet. Then, because of the restriction on the border for foreigners to travel to Thailand is lifted, or is very slim now, the European guys come to Thailand to meet with the Thai ladies. Let's say they were together for a year online. They never met each other before, but then the European guys come to Thailand to be with their girlfriend for 3 months, and then they take their girlfriends to the embassy and apply for the visa. You see, and they only met their girlfriends for like 3 or 4 days, and then they take them to the embassy and they invite their girlfriends for the whole maximum of 3 months, because they say that they have been together for maybe a year or 2 years, you see. And again, I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've seen so many numbers of customers getting rejected this way. It's because the embassy doesn't count, again, on the day that you met each other on the internet, or when you talk to each other through video calls. They only count as the days that you actually spend time together, or actually stay together in a hotel or in your girlfriend's home in Thailand. So if you are only in Thailand for 3 or 4 days, my recommendation would be not to take her to the embassy just yet. Use the time when you are in Thailand for the next up to you 1, 2, or 3 weeks to spend a quality times together with your girlfriends. Make sure you take pictures together. This is a good proof to show to the embassy that you have actually met each other in person and you have been having a really good time together. You might be traveling together to the north, the south, or you stay in hotel. You can make sure, ask for a receipt from the hotel that has the name of yours and your girlfriend's in this receipt, and this can be a good evidence to prove to the embassy that you actually spend time together throughout whatever holiday you have here in Thailand. Let's say the holiday that you have here in Thailand is 3 weeks, for example. Again, don't take your girlfriend to the embassy to get the visa the first maybe 3 or 4 days you're in Thailand. Go ahead. Again, spend quality times together. You are here in Thailand for 3 weeks. Make sure you take photos, you get receipts, you save the plane tickets whenever you travel north or south Thailand. Then you go back to Europe. And then that's when your girlfriend visit the embassy here in Thailand and request for the visa. With this example, you're here for 3 weeks, then multiply by 2. That's how much you should invite your girlfriend, or your girlfriend should request for the visa to visit you in Europe, which is 6 weeks or a month and a half. Now, there's another case scenario that I'm going to give you. Again, the numbers of days that you should invite your girlfriend from Thailand to visit you in Europe depends on how long you have been together. Let's say, for example, you have been together for months and years and you actually have met each other and spent time with each other for months and years. Then your girlfriend apply for visa and request for the whole maximum of 3 months. Still, she gets rejected because there are other factors that come into play when the embassy make decision on the case of your girlfriends from Thailand. One of the major factor that the embassy take in consideration is the employment of your girlfriend, which is her work. Let's say, for example, that I just mentioned, you are together for months and years, you have been together so many times, you came to visit her so many times, met each other in person. She requested for 3 months of visa and she gets denied because when she applied for visa, she got to submit the document about her work, which is called employment letter or employment certificate from her work. Let's say she has a really good job. She's a manager of a branch or a bank or an office. It doesn't work the same way in Thailand as in Europe. We have different culture here, especially when you have or your girlfriends have really good job. Most likely that her boss will not let her take a holiday or take a leave of longer than 1, 2, or 3 weeks. Usually never longer than that. It's not usual really that when you have a really good job and you can ask for 2 or 3 months of holiday just to go traveling with visiting their boyfriend. So when your girlfriend apply for visa to visit you, you got to look at her employment too, whether her boss or the company allows her to leave for a holiday or for a vacation to visit you for 3 months or not, but most likely no. So if the boss allows her to take a holiday of 2 weeks and she asks for a month of visa or 3 months of visa like you request, the chance of her getting visa is very low, because what will happen is that because I see this all the time over 10 years that I've been doing in visa to Europe or Schengen visa industry, is that most likely the Thai ladies will resign or will quit their jobs after their visa is granted, if the boss do not allow them to take a holiday of maybe 2 or 3 months. What does this mean? This means your girlfriends will be unemployed once the visa is granted, and the embassy doesn't like that. The embassy wants to give visa to a person who have high qualifications, and because your girlfriends, for example, have a secure job, she's a manager or assistant manager, or she's an accountant in a big firm, and she will go there just to visit you for a few weeks, because her works allow her to do that for a few weeks, and then she will have to come back to Thailand. But if the embassy finds out that she will resign or she will quit her job after she gets the visa, the embassy will consider her as being unemployed, and once the embassy finds out about this, they will not give her visa, because most Asians, actually, especially Thais, when they're unemployed, they go to Europe and they will try to find a way to settle or to live in Europe and never return back to their home country, because the pay is more in Europe. I'm sure you already know that. This is our second video that we have been doing to educate people from all over Europe and Thailand about the visa for your girlfriends or for the Thai ladies to visit you in Europe. We'll try to keep on coming with this type of videos to educate you guys. So please subscribe to us by clicking this subscribe button, the red button right here on below, and so you can follow and receive good information that we will be doing from time to time. I hope you like this video, and if you or your girlfriend come into any problems regarding the visa to Europe at the embassies, please feel free to ask us. We give out free consulting to all of our clients. We are here to help. We have been in this business for over 10 years. We have sent thousands and thousands of customers to all over Europe, especially in Schengen area and in the UK. So thank you for watching, and I hope this video is useful to you, and you can be sure that you will see useful video like this from us from time to time, both in English and in Thai. So for now, สวัสดีครับ